On August 4th, 2008, Jessenia was born to Michelle Knight. At the tender age of 2 years old, Michelle noticed her daughter was still nonverbal. Because of this issue and Jessenia's other developmental delays in areas such as gross and fine motor skills, the doctor visits began, and Michelle desperately looked for an answer. Michelle was referred to a number of doctors to get Jessenia screened for disorders.
Go. At age 2, my daughter was diagnosed with a language disorder. And when I explained it to people, I explained it is known as autism to many people, so that way they could understand the language disorder and the language barrier.
In 2010, Jessenia was officially diagnosed with a receptive language disorder. A receptive language disorder is defined as an impairment in the comprehension of a spoken, written, gestural, or other symbol system. With this news, Michelle immediately took action and began taking Jessenia to speech therapy. In her therapy sessions, she learned how to effectively communicate and still to this day is working on strategies to improve her communication skills.
She was always behind on her milestones. And with her language disorder, when around 2 years old, she wasn't able to talk. The only thing she would do is point, or she would say the word Elmo because she was so in love with Elmo. My first step as a parent with a child with a language disorder was to look for answers. And with the answers for resources for my daughter to see who could help her. We found a wonderful speech pathologist, Dr. Ruth Crawford, who went above and beyond what she needed to do, and my daughter wouldn't be who she is if it wasn't for her.
In 2010, after various doctor visits and testing of all sorts, geneticists discovered Jessenia had a missing chromosome, chromosome 14G32.33 to be exact. Specifically, the copy was lost in the subtelomeric region of the long arm chromosome 14. The deletion of this chromosome resulted in a variety of hurdles for Jessenia, one being a receptive language disorder.
I was aware that I have a brother who has autism, and I have another cousin who has full-blown autism, but I wasn't aware that we have a deletion of chromosome 14. She's been in speech therapy, occupational therapy, ABA therapy, and to accommodate her needs, I have pulled her out of school because she needs more one-to-one, and she needs more patience, and she needs time to. She takes time out after she does her work. To have a child with a disorder, what I call unique needs, is a blessing from God. I wouldn't be who I am today, fighting for her rights. My daughter has taught me to love, to accept, to be patient, and not to tear my hair out at times. It's not easy at times, but I've learned. I have learned to advocate for her, to hopefully make a better future for her, where people will understand her, where a place that could be safe, not being bullied like the way they are now these days. I wake up every day in fear that they will not understand her, or my biggest fear, I know, is every parent's biggest fear is like, if something should happen to me, what's going to happen to my daughter? Where will she go? Because nobody will love my daughter as much as I love my daughter.
Being a parent can be the most rewarding yet daunting experience life can throw at you. Having a baby is a scientifically miraculous process in which a beautiful little soul can now live a life. The thing about life is that it may not always go the way you planned, but the way you deal with it is what makes the biggest difference.